This is going to piss a lot of you off.
I ain't gonna give in now. I just gotta live this now. I'm gonna beam and I'ma kill this stuff real quick. I'ma go take it to town, cause I gotta be that king in their room and I'm knocking them out when I'm back with the whip. Cause I am just up on the journey. Just know that I'm just going insane.
Warriors, rise. Grand rising warriors. Good evening, warriors all over the world. I want to start out with an attitude of gratitude and share with you, I love you. This is a new thing that I'm doing right after my podcast. For example, I have what's called the Coach JV podcast. It's been going on since 2017. There's over 1,400 podcasts. Quick motivation, 8 to 10 minutes every single morning on your way to work. It's really short, Monday through Friday. And I'm coming off a high frequency of doing the podcast. I did all 5 podcasts this morning. It's now 5:30 in the morning on Saturday, October, whatever day it is, 2022. I think it's October 14th. And I'm in a high frequency, high adrenaline, high emotional state right now because I come off of it's just me venting, right? And so I want to share with you some stuff that is my truth and things that I've learned. And I hope that it helps you as an investor, as a business owner, as a friend, as a hater, as whatever frequency you're enveloping right now. Maybe you're in the Judas of your life, right? I call it the Judas. That's what I'm mastering right now. It's called the Judas of my life. The disciples are like personalities, right? If you really look at each disciple within the Bible, they all represent like a personality. You know, John was so faithful to the point where they chopped his head off. That's badass. Like he was like, I believe. Like that's, to me, that's gangster, right? And you go through these personalities, and Judas was sitting to the right, which is crazy of Jesus, right? And I'm mastering the Judas in myself, which is judgment, right? Judgment of yourself, judgment of others, just like, oh, yeah, having this invisible enemy outside of me or this nemesis that I have to have. And so I'm mastering that right now. I'm on the last samurai. This is my last run of this, and I'm going to heal this inside of myself. I'm also healing safety inside of myself. So these are things that I have learned. This is not a belief system I'm trying to teach. I'm not trying to teach anybody anything, but I'm hoping by sharing these personal experiences that I've had over the past 16 years of going from an opiate addict, committing suicide on December 18th, 2006, waking up 48 hours later from a phone call from my mom to read the book called The Secret. I read The Secret. Very simplistically, thoughts become things, right? Pray with discernment. You know, faith without works is foolish. I think that's the problem. I love The Secret. It's changed my freaking life. But I notice a lot of people do The Secret, and it's like faith without works is foolish, or faith without works is dead, right? You can't just sit on your couch and be like, I want a Lamborghini, and it doesn't show up. So I'm going to go through some things that I've learned specifically since 2017 when I walked away from a high-paid vice president job at a bank to follow my dreams and got the shit kicked out of me, lost my money twice, had to end up on my parents' couch 3 years ago, and I completely flipped and we rewired my brain to a wealth mindset. Now, when you say the word wealth, many people think, oh, money is evil. God doesn't want you to be poor. My God doesn't want me to be poor. God isn't going, I hope that you just go serve me and you live in a shack and your feet are dirty and you have to. No, that's not what God wants. Money is just frequency. So we're first going to start there. If you're an investor, if you're a business owner, because we're coaching a lot of business owners now. So we have our Uncommon 1%, our free business coaching program. It's not a program, sorry. It's a free business coaching group where we go live and do trainings every single week in there. I'll attach the Facebook group down below. Only go in there if you are somebody who is wanting to take your influence and turn it into an actual business online. That's what we do. I'm literally paid to go through my awakening. I help people through my own personal experiences, because everybody thinks you have to be extremely successful to start a business. I'm literally how I went from my mom's couch to where I'm at now, is that I've shared people my growth experience, and that became a business. That's what a business is. You shorten timeline to success. So here's the things that I know. Your value system. This is really, really, really important. Your value system. We're seeing this inside of our coaching programs. We're seeing this inside of our free groups. We kind of moved transition. We had over like 800 people in the group, and now we revamped it. Now we're at about 100 in the open group, and we see this all the time. And this is coming from personal experience. Okay. So first we're going to talk about the value system. So you've been taught that money is evil. Money is evil. And this is as an investor too. Okay. You can't serve two masters. We talked about this, I think, a couple weeks ago. Okay. You can't say you're going to be wealthy and have a impoverished mindset. It doesn't work. This is why I think it's Lamborghini or Ferrari does not do commercials. It's Lamborghini or Ferrari. They don't do commercials because their clients are not watching TV. Let me repeat that. Lamborghini or Ferrari does not do commercials because their clients are not watching TV. Let me repeat that one more time. Lamborghini does not have to do commercials because their clients are not watching TV. Okay. They have low supply, super high demand, and exorbitant prices. Now, why is that? Why is that? And I'm going to give you an experience that I went through that was really cool. Let's talk about the experience and why can they act this way. So I took my son down to Lamborghini dealership. They have like a really cool in Arizona. They have all the different really high luxury cars. I like those types of cars. I like driving fast. That's like my hobby. So we went down to look at it to get in the frequency field and feel the cars and see it and stuff like that. It's not like a normal dealership. You don't walk in there and there's a salesman waiting. I'm up next. It's one up. I'm next. And they're running up to the parking lot. They don't come looking for you. I had to go find the guy to speak to him. And he was like, yeah, we don't have any supply. You can put $100,000 deposit to maybe get on the waiting list. I was like, wow, why can they do that? Because they value themselves. A Lamborghini is very different than a Toyota, right? Toyota has to do large amounts of volume. They have to have salespeople constantly selling. That's why Ford is going to an online sales model, getting rid of salespeople. They need volume, volume, volume. They're chasing a sale all the time. Ford's chasing a sale. Toyota's chasing a sale. Think about that. Lamborghini puts thought into every single bolt, every single turn of that wheel, every single shift of the gear, so they can have low supply, high demand, exorbitant prices, because their subconscious mind is extremely wealthy, extremely valuable. And I see this all the time in business. Now we can rightfully say it because now we're coaching businesses. And what businesses do is they try to become the low price leader. It's a fact. We're coaching businesses now. And I was there. You think that your way, and this is going to be for business and this is going to be for an investor. So think about this just for a moment as well. And we'll go into the investor side of it, right? Again, you can't serve two masters. You can't have a impoverished mindset and get wealthy. It doesn't work. You may get temporary wealth. That's why 85% of people that win lottery go broke. And that's why many pro athletes go broke when they get the money, because they never reprogram their mind to wealth. Maybe they came from a tough neighborhood. So it's all about in here, right? So if you're doing the low price leader thing, you need to do volume, 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 volume. And you're also showing the level of value of frequency, because if you truly believe in energy, if you believe in energy, this goes into your investments. If you believe in energy, then money is just a frequency. So the lower you put your price, the lower your value and your frequency of what you believe and value inside yourself. So if you're trying to get rich off Shiba and Dogecoin, you're showing the value system inside of yourself. A true investor is not focused on getting rich off Shiba and Dogecoin. A true high value investor is looking for companies that don't pay influencers to pump coins. Xrp, XLM, VChain, HBAR, QNT. These are all companies that are real companies, real value, real balance sheets, real ability to go onto the New York Stock Exchange as a company, not just a cryptocurrency, right? Think about that. The value system, the value system. And there's many people out there that have service businesses or online businesses. And this goes, I've just been really thinking about this because we're coaching lots of businesses now. And the first thing people say, I can't charge that much. I can't charge that much. You're right. You're right. You're right. You can't, because you don't value yourself that much. It's a fact. Money, if you believe that money is just frequency and money is just energy, then you don't value yourself. I'm talking, this is not bullshit. This is from personal experience. I'm taking our academy private Q2 2023 again. We used to be private. You had to interview to go through the process. Listen to what I'm about to say. You had to interview and go through a process to get into our academy. Guess what? Most of the people who work for our academy went through that process. They paid, so they paid attention. It was low supply, high demand, higher price. They pay what they pay. When they pay attention. And now most of them are team members on our academy. Think about that. Think about that. So we're going back to an interview process to get in our academy. So if you want to get grandfathered in, go to 3twarrioracademy.com, get in, get grandfathered in. We want to provide value. We want to provide a system and process because we take them through, they had an orientation, all that stuff, right? We're going to raise the price, lower the supply, okay? Increases demand because we are valuable. The stuff we teach is very, very valuable. Think about it. It's 46 years of my experiences of losing money, coming back, losing money, coming back, going from my mom's couch to where I'm at now of financial freedom, having equity in 8 companies, having a very successful podcast now, 1.3 million followers worldwide. I'm shortening that timeline to success for people. That's extremely valuable. I value that information that I'm teaching to people. That's why I can charge exorbitant prices. So how do you value yourself as an investor or an entrepreneur? You're not going to trick the value system of the energy frequency field. You're not going to trick it. This happens with personal trainers all the time. If you're a personal trainer, what they do is they see another personal trainer charging $1,000 for session. So they're like, if I charge $850, if I charge $850, I'm going to get more clients. That's not true. That is not true. You're going to devalue yourself and you're going to get less clients. And the more you lower the price and the more you try to be the low price leader, the less clients you're going to get. It's a fact. The more you teach and grow and make yourself more valuable and keep raising your prices, you're going to work with high value clients who want to work with you. When you get out of that Shiba and Dogecoin, get rich quick, want to get a millionaire mindset, and you start getting into real wealth building, generational wealth building, patience, persistence, learning that the wealth game isn't quick. It's like the tortoise versus the hare. You will be wealthy beyond your. I'm giving you the secret to the system right now. How do you value yourself as an investor, as an employee, as an entrepreneur, in your relationship? You will only be paid the level that you respect yourself. So if you're not getting clients right now, if you keep losing money in your investments, and I'm not talking about the bear market, I'm not talking about you're getting wrecked all the, you're the one getting wrecked all the time. We're not getting wrecked in the academy. We're building legacy wealth. We're sitting on our crypto. We're buying more, right? And you're struggling to get clients all the time. I'm talking from experience. I've been that type of investor. I switched it. I've been that type of business owner. I switched it. And guess what came with it? High frequency clients, high frequency investments, high frequency equity ownership in companies that are going to be billion-dollar valuation companies. And I sleep really well at night because I value myself. There is nothing wrong with it. If you believe in energy and frequency, and a lot of you probably watching this do, then why the hell would you be the low price leader? Why the hell would you be focused on Shiba and Dogecoin as your investment? Why? That's low value, low frequency stuff. It's time to, it doesn't matter what Biden does. It doesn't matter if Trump comes back. It doesn't matter what Putin does. It doesn't matter what anybody does. It doesn't matter what the whole, this whole blow up thing. Again, we're back in the cycle again, right? The thing with Kanye and the BLM and the whole thing, we're back in it. We're fighting again. We're boom. Now they're separating deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper as we're over here valuing the shit out of ourselves, not even living in that paradigm. We're in a bubble. We're in an abundance, high frequency paradigm. So I challenge you to become a high value person. I challenge you to start to value yourself inside in your relationship. I challenge you to become a high value investor. I challenge you to become a high value business owner. Why would you want to be the low price? It doesn't work because that's telling the universe that I'm a low frequency within the energy field, and you're going to get what you ask for. You're going to get what you ask for. That's why Lamborghini or Ferrari, whichever one is, doesn't do commercials because their clients are not watching TV. And here's why they can charge that much once again. Because if you put the energy and you put the passion into the product like they do, then you can charge whatever you want. But if you're not putting in the energy or the passion into your investments, into your relationship, into your product, that's why you don't believe in charging exorbitant prices, having low supply and high demand. If you get this, and you work harder on yourself, I think it's Jim Rohn that says this, on you do yourself, you will never worry about money ever again. Let me repeat that. If you work harder on yourself than you do on anything else, you will never worry about money again. Money is just frequency, it's just energy. So you're not going to switch the system. You're not going to switch how energy fields work and frequency works. A billionaire exists of you, and a poor person exists of you. It's all in the frequency field. It's all there. I was a drug addict 16 years ago. That exists. That frequency still exists. Someone's in it right now. And now I'm a high frequency flying on a high frequency disc. Money comes to me frequently from different areas all the time. I'm so happy and grateful for the money that comes to me in increasing quantities and multiple sources on a continuous basis. It's not I'm different than anybody else. I'm not more special than anybody else. I just got onto the right side of the frequency field. And I'm high value, low supply, high demand. You're high value. You shouldn't have a ton of supply. You don't give yourself out to everybody, because if you give yourself out to everybody, guess what? There's a story in the Bible where the lady was walking with a jar of meal. Okay. And I'll leave you with this story. Just listen to this part again and let it sink in. She was walking down this long path with a jar of meal, right? She didn't know the jar had a hole in it. The whole time she's walking, and I'm gonna paraphrase this, she gets where she's going to is people that she loves and she deserves. The love of her life is waiting for her. And as she walks down that path, there's a hole in her jar, and the meal is falling out and falling out and falling out and falling out. And by the time she gets to the people she deserves and the person she loves, she opens the jar and there's nothing left. Along her path, she kept letting her value go to all the people who were never going to do anything with it. The energy vampires that were draining it from her and draining it from her and draining it from her. And by the time she got to the people that deserve it, there was nothing left. Warriors, rise! Get your shit together. Let's go. Love you guys.